as we'll see the number 5 team in the country, the Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets, taking on a fellow ACC opponent, the Syracuse Orange. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. And the Yellow Jackets will kick it away to start us off. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Orange offense will take the field, and they have the first possession of this game. And here's the man they rally around, and he has earned that type of respect, David.
You dang right. You earn it by doing it, and he's done it at such a high level. Everyone believes in this young man, and Palmer, there's a reason why.
You're right, David. He's been in the big moments, and he's won the big games. This guy delivers when the game is on the line.
Line gets set, first down. The offense showing motion from the tight end, trying to get a read on the D. The give to the running back from the shotgun. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. Got it in the middle. It's Mung. Put it right on him. Sweet play. Good pickup, and they'll move the chains for the first down.
That receiver found the open space in the zone coverage, and as a defense, honestly, you just throw your hands up on that because they covered it pretty well. It was just a good play call and really nice execution.
From the 39-yard line, it's 1st and 10. They move the tight end all over. One back in the backfield, he gets to carry. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there.
You know, I think a big part of this isn't necessarily scoring a touchdown on that play, but you're just trying to get your offensive line in the rhythm of the game. Let those big fellas get lathered up.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Pulls it and fires to the left. Makes the catch, and he's brought down.
In college football, you see this a ton now. You use the quick passing game, basically as the running game. Get a few yards, get your offense ahead of the sticks, keeps it on pace for success.
This defense will try to force a 4th down on 3rd and short from the 45. From the gun, wants to pass. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
And that is how you silence this raucous crowd. Defensively on the road. First drive of the game, setting the tone, getting a huge sack on 3rd down.
Syracuse will be forced to punt. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. So the Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets offense will take the field for the first time. One thing to watch, can this guy get in the quarterback's head and make him take a peek at the rush, David?
Dang, Skippy, that's what you want to do. You want to make this guy a little bit more human and not as much of a game breaker at the quarterback spot. Get some pressure on him, hit him a few times.
He's one of the best quarterbacks in the country, but he can't hurt you if he's laying on his back, and this defensive end can put him there often.
They're bringing heat. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Now the defense has got it, and they're going the other way. Touchdown, Orange. Not content to get the fumble, they scored with the fumble. That ball was squirting around on the field, finally corralled by the defense, and they turn it into 6.
And it's so hard defensively. Do I jump on it and make sure I get it, or do I scoop it up and try to make the big play? He chose to scoop it up, and it pays off, makes the big play, gets the touchdown.
That ball scoots through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. The Georgia Tech offense rolls back onto the field. Keeping it on the ground with the single back. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1. Really important for a ranked team going into a hostile environment like this one, not to give the underdog reason to believe.
Yes, reason to believe, and don't give the fans reason to get jacked up and excited. Come out early, be in a business mode mindset.
You got to start fast. You got to have a sense of urgency. You cannot come sleepwalking into an environment like this, because if you do and you make some mistakes, this crowd will pounce on you and seize momentum.
They'll put it in play from the 41 on first down. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. They make the stop, and this running game moves the chains as they get the first down. The Yellow Jackets come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They've got him looking run, but they're going to throw it. Pulls it in. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5. Well, he comes up with the reception, but not a lot of room to run after that.
Yeah, and I like the QB doing this. I mean, I'm going to find ways to give him the football and see if he can make a miss. And I'm going to bet most of the time that my guy is a little bit more athletic than that defensive guy. Defense won this.
Fires deep toward the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Yellow Jackets.
And I think in the pre-snap, I think both of these guys were on the same page. They had a look defensively that let them know we can pitch this thing way down the field. I'm going to go run under it and make a big play for it.
Yeah, and when I'm the receiver, I'm like, I'm open, right? I'm going straight down the field. Throw me the football. I got the speed. I can beat this guy. You can tell they've done that so much in practice. They knew it was second nature, and they executed it perfectly.
The Syracuse offense heads back onto the field. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then run play action, it opens up the whole offense at your disposal.
Trying to make that rush think on the draw play here. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going, handing the ball up.
Pocket starts to collapse. Snagged in the middle. It's Walters. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. Syracuse will send out the punt team. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Wants to bring it back. They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. The Ramblin' Wreck offense rolls back onto the field. How big is this drive? Scored a touchdown the last time they had it. Defense gets a stop, and now it's up to them in a tie game.
All right, so if you're the offensive coordinator here, let's dial it in. Who are your best matchups and best playmakers to take advantage of this golden opportunity?
Yeah, and I'm interested to see this defense, too. Like, the momentum is clearly not in your favor. How do you get it back? How do you make a big play? Do you be more aggressive here to try to get the football back to your offense?
And he found plenty of running room on that one before the defense was finally able to get him down. Just nosing into enemy territory at the 49. It's 1st and 10. They've got the screen set up. Just plowing down the field. They finally get him stopped, but what a good job by that front wall to set up the screen and create some lanes for their running back. From inside the 40 at the 37, it's first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. Fires to the middle. He's got an open man. He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. First and goal from the 8.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field. And they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense moving.
And he'll finish the run and the end zone. Touchdown, Georgia Tech. Well, that didn't necessarily go as planned, but it was most effective in the end.
I love it, Reese. Down in the red zone, this quarterback didn't have anybody open. Didn't panic. He just decided, man, I'm going to go do this myself. I'm going to use my wheels and put up 6 on the board. He did just that.
He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. The Orange have the ball back and ready to go to work. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable, that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
Takes the easy one to the back. Makes the grab, and he's dragged down. They were able to get the ball to the running back in space, but that space just evaporated.
And a great job by the defense, man. It's tough to get those guys on the ground. They're so used to having the football as running backs and making plays and being dynamic. So usually one guy not going to get him to the ground. You want many guys swarming to the football, trying to get that elusive guy on the ground. And a nice second effort by the back to break a tackle. But how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses, too, right? It's not just D linemen and linebackers getting all the plays, but it's DBs that are willing to not just cover, but tackle backs in the open field.
The Orange will have to punt. He only needs a sliver of daylight. Working his way on the return up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. Georgia Tech has the ball back, and here comes the Yellow Jacket offense. That last drive really productive. David wound up with a touchdown. They'll try to do it again.
Yeah, so I don't expect this offense to change too much, Reese. They had a great drive. They got the touchdown. Everything working. I would expect them to keep pushing this ball downhill.
And just imagine if they could put another touchdown on the board right here. They could capture so much momentum in this game with back-to-back TDs.
The QBs, when you see zone coverage, man, can you manipulate defense when you have a good pocket and you've got time to throw. He had a little bit of time to throw. You can move guys with your eyes. That drag comes wide open. Good throw, good catch, first down.
And they'll shove him out of bounds after the short gain.
At the 33, second down.
Guys, we've reached the end of the quarter, and Georgia Tech has the lead. And we've come to the end of the first as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game in the second quarter.
Okay, ready?
He's looking to throw. They're trying to get to it. And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36.
Sometimes you beat your guy and you get sacked so clean, and sometimes, like on this play, the DBs do a great job covering, make the QB hold the football, and then the rush gets home.
They'll throw it to the back on the screen. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed. They allowed the completion, but this defense was swarming to keep them away from that first down line.
Yeah, and you allow completions in those third down situations underneath the sticks, and you come up and rally, and everybody flies to the football. That's great execution by this defense.
And that is no good. And the margin is still 7 after the miss, guys. The Syracuse offense heads back onto the field. Their drive chart is starting to look a little monotonous. Punt, 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 David.
And their defense is starting to get a little frustrated, too. They just keep putting me back on the field, possession after possession. Jesse, this offense needs to get their heads out of their you-know-whats.
The punter's on the sideline with the oxygen mask right now. He's been playing so much. He's not used to this. This offense, they just got to stay on the field. They got to put a drive together and get some balance going, running and throwing the ball.
And a lot of times you want those big plays. You want those splash plays, but sometimes you're going to take some losses. You're not going to run the football overly well, but if you continue to run it, you can at least create some balance. You at least have the threat of it. Otherwise, you're just going to abandon it, and now it's just going to be a passing game.
Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down. Syracuse will be forced to punt. 4th time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. The Georgia Tech offense rolls back onto the field. You want to talk about taking the wind out of your sails. Drive the ball down the field and miss the field goal, David.
You know what? Don't leave it up to kickers. Execute better offensively. I think you move the ball nice. You got to keep that in mind. But, Palmer, I think you got to stay aggressive and don't settle for field goals.
Yeah, because you got to know there's just no margin for error right now. You just have got to be able to execute at a higher level.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. He's off to the races. And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before he's finally stopped.
I know it's early in the game, but defensively after that play, you know you have to tackle the catch. When this guy gets the ball in his hands, he is so dangerous after the fact. So it's okay for him to make catches. You just got to get him to the ground quickly.
Here he goes breaking the pocket. And the quarterback bought some time, but not enough. Down he goes with the sack.
And they've been waiting for something good to happen with respect to getting after the quarterback, right? They're outside of the top 100 in the country in sacks per game, but finally now you see they're generating this pass rush. 3 sacks on the game so far.
That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop.
It is so good for an offense early in the game to get in a rhythm and to start stringing 1st downs together. It makes the game really easy and puts that defense in a situation where they're starting to get tired. They want to sub. They want to get other guys in the field. Stringing 1st downs together like this makes it hard to defend.
The give to the tailback. Gets it inside the 10, picks up a yard. They'll mark it at the 9. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. He's looking to throw. Dances away to buy time. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Yellow Jackets! Effective offense leading the way here and establishing this lead.
And that's how you draw it up, right? You want to come out, be clicking early, get everything going, way to get all the facets rolling. The defense right now on their heels, they have no answers. The offense doing whatever they want.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Hey guys, let's take a look at what's happening in a great top 25 matchup. Baylor has the lead right now, but even though we've heard sick 'em a bunch, this has been a nip-and-tuck affair inside McLean Stadium. They're up by a field goal over TCU. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business, gentlemen.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere.
All season long, we've been watching this defense dominate against the run. They're the #1 rush defense in the entire country. With a big lead in this game, you cannot run the ball and expect to win and get back in it.
Banging, slithering, whatever it takes to get that ball up to the 32.
And as an offense, having success on a run play like that early in the game just opens up all the possibilities of your playbook moving forward. Play action, running the ball, throwing the ball, screens, anything is at your disposal at this point.
And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
And I love playing man coverage on the back end, getting in those receivers' faces. Don't let them feel comfortable in run zone where they can find all these holes in the zone and my rush can't get home. Pressure them, pressure them, pressure them.
He'll get away another punt. He's been really active today, and no doubt he's going to earn his varsity letter. Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man. The Ramblin' Wreck offense rolls back onto the field. First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. David, they'd love to do what they did last time and put this one in the end zone.
You ain't lying. They did a great job. The offense was clicking. Everything went well, Palmer. They executed and got the touchdown.
And they really were in a nice rhythm as well. And I'd love to see that here on the next drive, too. Just keep doing what you're doing. Everything seems to be working, and you seem to have this defense on.
And here's a fumble way behind the line. And the ball takes those crazy bounces out of bounds, and a huge loss for this offense.
You know, fumbles really just comes down to luck. Oblong-shaped ball just can bounce any which way whatsoever. An offense right there, very lucky that one went out of bounds.
Buys a little time with his feet. He fires back across the field, and it's intercepted. Not much of a chance on the return, but they'll have the ball at the 33.
Man, what a great break on the football. Nice job seeing it, squeezing. A lot of those defensive guys, man, they don't have great hands all the time, but you always remember your first interception. They'll always remember this moment.
Grabbed over the middle. It's Walters. He's there to make the stop, but the damage has been done as they pick up the first down on the throw and catch. Syracuse has it in the red zone. Touchdown, Syracuse. And they made it to the house where they found that 6 points waiting on them.
And I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown.
Syracuse, 14.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Georgia Tech has the ball back, and here comes the Yellow Jacket offense. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jesse?
And this is the kind of guy who's going to...
And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
It is hard to continue to get up and get up and get up like he has, being sacked time after time again. But this QB, this offense, they're undeterred. They're continuing to put drives together, and most importantly, they're winning the football game.
That first down was rather unproductive. Let's see what they've got on second down from the 16. He's looking to throw. Unloads it downfield. Makes the grab on the right. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down.
Well, after that last play, you can see how electrifying this guy is and how special he is after he makes the catch. If I'm on offense, I'm trying to find a lot of ways to get him touches in this game.
Barely time to catch our breath after that one, and they've got it 1st and 10, threatening just outside the red zone. They'll run the screen. Delivers the contact. He was working his way toward that goal line. They'll stop him at the 2 after the big play up top.
And they executed that running back screen to perfection. Quarterback held on to it. He let the rush get to him. Offensive lineman got out in position, and the running back sold it too. Once he had the ball in his hands, he just had blockers and green field out in front of him. They pick up an explosive play on a running back screen.
This offense has put on a display in the first half, and they have a chance to tack another one on before the break. Several defenders there to get him on the ground. Now it's 2nd and goal. Tries again to get it in. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman.
Well, you know if you're this offense, you're dialing up this running back, man. He has been a scoring machine all season long. He just...
Going right back to the well, and this time he finds water. Gets it into the end zone for the touchdown. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And it was closed out by the short yardage touchdown.
Syracuse, 14.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass. Solid fundamentals on that tackle from this freshman. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Fellas, a typical first-rate broadcast so far today from Syracuse. And it'd be easy to say these two offenses are glad we've hit halftime based on their respective performances. It would also be accurate. Turnovers and sacks have told the story so far. And you gotta believe the play calling has been the issue, right? Time to shred those game plans and just get back to basics.
And the returner will be knocked down. The Georgia Tech offense rolls back onto the field. They have the lead to start the third quarter, but I'd imagine ball security was a topic at halftime.
Yeah, and I think you take the lead and you try to stay optimistic with your team, but you also say, guys, if we had taken care of the football, this lead would be even bigger. We might have already knocked them out already, Coleman.
It's just about eliminating the mistakes at this point. You're right. This thing would be over if they hadn't shot themselves in the foot. So ball security, that is at a premium as this game goes on.
After the misfire now on second down. He's looking to throw. Lost one deep down the right side. And the incomplete pass taking a shot on second down, and they'll be left with a third down.
Well, tip your hat to the defense getting that incompletion, because that hasn't happened often for this guy. Completed over 70% of his throws last week. He's doing it again in this game. Can the defense continue to mix things up, see if they can maybe confuse this QB?
Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there, and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down.
And I think if I'm a QB, I like the decision. I get it to my running back who's really good after the catch and really good with the ball in his hands, but the defense did the job. They got him on the ground. They gave up some yards, but they forced the fourth down.
Makes a grab enough for the first. And they finally make the tackle, but this will be a pretty easy conversion for this offense. They were willing to spin that wheel of fortune in their own territory, and it paid off.
And it came up good. I mean, I think you see the aggressiveness by these offenses now, willing to go for it on their own territory, and I like it because they got it.
After the pickup of 9, it's 2nd and 1.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on first down, make that second down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
The big pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and 1. He leaves it with the back. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
On 3rd and short, the power run here. He's up to 49 yards on the ground so far in this one, and he is closing in on that 1,000-yard mark.
This is an offense that leads the nation in first downs because there's so many different ways they can attack you. They're versatile. They could throw it. They could run it. They've got so much balance, and that's what makes them so hard to stop.
Comes out throwing on first down. Pressure coming. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
I tell you what, if I'm this QB, I am ill as a hornet in my offensive line. Are you kidding me? That's the 6th time they put me on the ground. Dudes, will y'all protect me a little bit better, please?
After that 5-yard loss, some work to do now to keep this drive humming at 2nd and 15. Safe completion on the screen. And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it.
And a really nice job by the defense winning 2nd down. I think the quarterback thought he could dump this off, maybe get some positive yards, set up a good 3rd down. The defense did a great job responding.
And this looks disastrous. Oh, down he goes. A huge loss on that play. And the Yellow Jackets line up to punt it away. Sends his first one of the day on its way, and that matches the number of appearances he had in that win last week. The Orange have the ball back and ready to go to work. This drive opens up at the 23-yard line. They'll leave it with him. Into a mass of giant bodies. We'll call it a 1-yard gain to the 24.
The run game just has not been working for this offense all game long. You saw it on that last play as well. Just not getting enough push up front on the offensive line. They haven't been physical enough.
On 2nd down, they'll take to the air. Finds his big tight end. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there. Syracuse right back at it. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Blasted as he lets it go. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down.
All right, you've dug yourself a little bit of a hole offensively. You know you're going to have to throw it here in the second half. You're going to have to make sure, though, you do a better job up front with your pass pro. You got to keep your quarterback standing upright.
Syracuse will send out the punt team. And these guys have been busy. 6th punt of the day. Fields the punt and tries to work it the other way. He was hoping for a little more running room, but they're able to get him down at the 45. The Ramblin' Wreck offense rolls back onto the field. They missed an opportunity to extend this lead the last time they had it, Jesse.
Yeah, they got to be able to regain that momentum, right? Go back to what was working earlier on in this one. And, David, to me, that starts with being the more physical team.
No, I definitely agree. Being the more physical team, but understanding the situation of the game. You're still winning. You got the football back. Now put a nice drive together and execute.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Tight end finds a soft spot. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. These routes have some reads and adaptability built in, and the big fella found that cushion and made the play.
Man, it's so awesome how much offenses have evolved. They know exactly what they're getting, where to sit down, quarterback, tight end, on the same page, gets the 1st down.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. The give to the back. Fighting off the defender. He's got 67 yards on the ground, and that magical 1,000-yard mark is oh so close. The Yellow Jackets are marching down the field. Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. Going to try to get it himself. Gets down with the slide.
Hey, listen, it's important at that position to be able to be good off schedule. Everything's easy when it's on time. You can get the ball out, but when things break down, they get off schedule. You've got to have a guy back there that can make the right decisions. He did exactly that.
Going to the running game. Picked up maybe a yard. It's down at the 16. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. He's looking to throw. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
Awesome job by the defense. Not only getting the fast quarterback on the ground, but understanding what he wants to do. He can take off. I got to make sure I got good pursuit angles, and I got to make sure I build rails. I can't let him outside. I got to keep him in the pocket. He tries to get outside. They get the sack and get the huge loss on that play.
It's caught. Defense is there to make the stop, but he's got the first down, and they'll have it first and goal at the 6.
First and goal, Georgia Tech.
Guys, we've reached the end of the quarter, and Georgia Tech has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up.
14.
One more period to go, and we'll see just how much fight they've got left in them. They'd love to start this quarter off with a touchdown right here.
Get set, get set.
They'll keep it on the ground for first and goal. Striving for the goal line, loose football. Defense coming up with a huge fumble recovery.
And you go from perfect position of strength. I get to salt this clock away. I get to run this out. I'm going to win to, man, now I got to put my defense back on the field, and anything can happen, right? Football, and you can catch breaks, and so now you got to go out and earn it. You had this thing under wraps.
The Syracuse offense heads back onto the field. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
They just had...
We'll hang on here. The coach has called a timeout. He wants the officials to take another look. Thinks he's got a good shot at getting this one overturned. He spun that wheel of fortune by challenging the call, and it does not go his way, and he loses the timeout. They're backed up, 1st and 10 from inside their own 5. Let's see if they can create some space. They'll move the running back to try to force the defense to adjust. There he goes to the right. Past the 50. At the 30. The 10. Touchdown, Cuse. And once he found daylight, it was Katie bar the door, baby.
What an enormous play. The 99-yard touchdown pass from Palmer. When you're in that end zone and you're backed up and you could take a safety, what's going through your head?
Oh, man, your clock's going on. You know you got to get the football out quick, but I'll tell you, you're also licking your chops because you know in this area of the field, you probably have one-on-one opportunities to the outside. So if you get time and you're able to make an accurate throw, you could hit Pater, and they just did right there, going 99 yards to the crib.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. Georgia Tech has the ball back, and here comes the Yellow Jacket offense. After that last drive, he came back to the sideline, and the coach probably said, "You dropped it? You didn't pick it up?" And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line.
What if I had told you this quarterback would be sacked at least 5 times in this game and yet still somehow would be winning? It's not normally how it works. You got to give the offense credit because even though they've suffered some serious negative plays, they've still been able to make some good things happen.
Oh, so close to paying off the tip drill. He had it in his hands, but it falls incomplete. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. And he reels it in inside the 30. And they were looking for a chunk play, and they got it. The explosive picks up more than 30. And that one is why offenses are hungry for big, big plays. They've got it 1st and 10, threatening inside the 30. And excellent vision to find running room there and make a really good pickup before the defense put a stop to it. He now has 80 yards on the ground, and just another day at the office for the national leader in rushing. Might as well give it to him again. And there is nowhere to run. They were eager and ready for him this time around. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. He's looking to throw. the run, and he'll slide to avoid the big hit.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously. You don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are right now in this drive.
They'll keep it on the ground, trying to milk the clock. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Georgia Tech! They add on another score, and now that record so close to going to 8-1 on the season.
Well, I think the coaching staff and fans knew that this guy was going to play a big role in this offense this year, but I don't know if anyone expected him to have this kind of season statistically, guys. That's his 20th rushing touchdown on the season.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The Orange have the ball back and ready to go to work. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at him. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Let's go. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. And the pass is intercepted. Got room on the return. And he has taken it all the way back. Touchdown, Yellow Jackets! They put another score on the board as they try to push this winning streak to 3.
Yeah, and that just might do it. Man, offense needed points badly. Defense comes up with the big interception, takes it all the way back just to pad their lead a little bit and make this game almost out of reach.
They'll kick it off and send that defense right back out there to try to score again after the pick 6. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The Syracuse offense heads back onto the field. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick 6, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you. Jesse, I'm sure you know a thing or two about throwing a pick 6 and how to rebound.
I believe I've only thrown one in my life, but yes, I do because of that singular instance. I'll say this. You can't let that play beat you twice. You got to go out, not try to get it all back here in one play. Just execute the offense.
He'll try it again on 2nd and 10. Got it in the middle. It's Mung. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. Syracuse right back at it. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. He looks that one in nicely. Works his way to the 41, and that is plenty to give him a first down. He might have expected to see this DB up in his receiver's kitchen. Instead, nice little zone, and they pick up the first.
Man, offenses are getting so good, Reese, at seeing the holes in the zone, knowing you're in zone, knowing where to sit down, how to make it an easy pitch and catch for the quarterback, and that's what it was on 3rd and short.
He'll just keep slinging it. And the defense coming with bad intentions. They knock him down for a loss. Looking to push the pace with the no huddle. Wants to fire on 2nd down. With the catch, it's Mung. Push down for the tackle. Ball just inside the 40 at the 39. It's 3rd and short.
When you're a defense, you have a choice. Do you play man or do you play zone? They sat back in zone. That might change. They might change their mind and try to switch to man here shortly in the future.
That'll be enough for the first down as they mark it down at the 31-yard line. Here comes the hurry up.
They pick up the first down on the drag route. I know that seems like a simple route, but it's actually a lot more complex than what it looks like because that route changes based on whether it's man or zone. If it's man coverage, he's flying across the field. If it's zone, he's got to sit down over the ball in a soft spot, giving his quarterback a place to go with it. Nice job of those guys being on the same page there.
He wants to throw here on 2nd down. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack. Everybody has to be set. They have to get it off. On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again. Down in the fourth quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on fourth down. Works the middle of the field. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs. The Georgia Tech offense rolls back onto the field. They're in command of this game. Now let's see if they try to rub a little salt in the wound or happy with getting the W.
Yeah, and listen, this makes the post-game handshake fun sometimes if you do choose to rub a little salt in it and keep chucking and keep scoring. I'm here for it, Jesse. Like, your job is to score points. It's my job to stop it. Keep the foot to the accelerator. Keep trying to play ball.
I agree 1,000%. That's like Steve Spurrier back in the day when I was playing for the Gators. You go and play for him because you want the opportunity to throw the ball. So when you get in the game late, you're not handing it off. We were beating Central Michigan by 80-something points. Football. It's the defense's job to stop him.
He's got 99 yards rushing. He continues to impress as he leads the nation in rushing. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have one remaining in the half. Now it's 1st and 10 from the 46-yard line. To give as they work on that clock. Smashes through. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34.
You got to be impressed by how you've seen this offense finish in this football game. They've been scoring points in the fourth quarter, just got a touchdown on their last drive, and there they rip off a big run. They are not letting off the gas pedal right now, and as a coach, you love to see that.
Complete to the right. Dragged down to the turf, but not before getting the first down.
Love the play call offensively because you've got the lead. The defense expects you to run the ball. You just did it the previous play, so there you dial up play action, set up an easy throw, and you keep the clock ticking.
Buys a little time. He just wisely got rid of that one. The worst thing that can happen to you is to turn it over on first down in the red zone. The incomplete pass leaves him with second down. Back to pass, it's Humphreys. Trying to get to him. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. This drive was clicking along, but after a couple of misfires, threatening to stall out on 3rd and 10. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And that's a good stop for this defense. And listen, there hasn't been a lot of positive today, but like, let's finish this game strong. I think that'll be the message from the defensive coordinator. Can we get a stop? Can we get them off the field? I know lots went wrong, but like, let's live in this moment and try to be great right here to end the game.
They're throwing for it on 4th down. Buys a little time. Now improvising. What a nifty run there to pick up the first down.
Man, how tough is this guy to defend? He drops back, everything tells you pass, and then he scrambles and gets the first down. Just so hard to defend.
And while this game is all but decided, the offense's job is to score. So they might try to score again. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. They get the timeout call with 7 seconds left on the clock. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Coming after it. And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again. After not really playing their best earlier this season, people said this team is bad. Now they won 3 in a row. This team is good. People were fickle.
Yeah, and we're probably the ones who were saying that a little bit, Reese, because they were struggling. It didn't look like they knew who they were, and they didn't have the momentum going. But now they definitely got it together, Jesse, and they look like a different team.
They sure do, David. We know teams get better or they get worse over the course of a season. This team right now, completely different. Almost the polar opposite of what we saw earlier this year. And I'll tell you, look at their schedule and who they've got left. Those teams better be careful. This team is coming for them.
That's going to do it for us from here. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.